I have pitched to some brands and they wrote back to me saying, hey UT, I use AI. Yeah. How do you distinguish yourself as a UGC creator so that the brand can still see the value that you bring and choose you over some AI? The way that I would approach this is to kind of think about it in the same way of there are so many UGC creators out there. How do you position yourself so that a brand is drawn towards you, sees the value that you bring, and choose to go with your services and the pricing that you have for those services? And I think it just boils down to a few key things. The first one is that you need to understand your own unique selling point. And a lot of times in my email, I like to mention that I've already had multiple years as a brand founder, and I am able to create content that is not just gonna feel like an ad, but people can relate to, resonate with, and also connect with the brand, and in turn, hopefully increase sales for them. So another thing that you can do is create high quality content. A lot of people have decided to work with me because I use a professional camera, or at least my content comes across that way. And a lot of brands will say, use natural light. And that's where a lot of UGC creators can struggle in the winter, because where is the light? A lot of us go to work and then you only film after work. So where is the light? And as someone who is experienced in photography, this is where my second layer comes in. I know that when they say use daylight, what they mean is when I look at the video, I want it to look like you shot it outside. Even if you want to use your phone, you need to understand the tools of your craft. Like, you need to understand, like, the brand might not care where you shot it if it looks high quality. Like, I've never shot a video and the brand comes back to say, by the way, we don't think this is sunlight. Because guess what? If you go out into the sun and it's at the wrong time of the day, you're just gonna see a ton of shadows. And sometimes I see in campaign briefs, like a client would say, try to avoid shadows as much as possible. And it's like, natural light is so hard to control compared to artificial lighting, right? And that's why for me, I still use artificial lighting, because I know that I can guarantee the results to look natural, vibrant. And artificial lighting, depending on how you position it, can still give you like that feeling of I shot it outside, right? Like it still can give that. And also remember that there is also no way for them to know what natural lighting looks like in your house. Like for me, the windows in my room actually don't face the sun. So using that light to actually be really dark, you won't be able to see the product. I don't think that is what they're looking for. So with my expertise, I don't just give the brands what they say they want. I really go in deep to understand the outcome that they're looking for. What do they want? High quality content. And they want it to look like it was shot beautifully outside in perfect conditions. I got you, I can do that. So I go in to really understand their deeper need. Or when they say like, oh, we want it to look like a nighttime routine, that is a perfect time to use a warmer light. Create that nighttime vibe and not just go with your white bright light. You understand what I'm saying? It's like brands will really work with you more when you show that expertise as well. And sometimes when people give me a concept and they're like, oh, we're gonna reformat it, we're gonna put it in different sizes, I try to like work with them to understand like, okay, when you crop it into this other aspect ratio, it might crop out some of the features, or you might have to zoom in. And that's why if they're gonna zoom in, you wanna make sure that you shot it in a good quality, so ideally 4K, so that when they zoom in, they are able to still have the details intact, nothing really gets fuzzy or blurry. And these are just some of the things that will allow you to stand out, because you look at the brief, you're able to talk to them as if you've done this before, right? You have that expertise of working with brands and it's showing up in your initial conversations. And then also, the third layer that I bring personally is in the handling of the client. I have a ton of customer service experience. And while the client is not always right on paper, they are always right. The client is always right. Forget about it. Like, don't go back and forth with your client. What's that about? that is not very professional. Find a solution, move on, but don't go back and forth with your clients. It's just not a good look. So I always try to bring like a good level of customer service when I work with brands, because I think that a lot of times people don't know how to talk to people anymore. So even just like, hello, put in the person's name, how are you? Yes, I've read through it, confirming something that they've said, giving your own notes in a way that it doesn't come across like you're being rude or anything like that. I think when you have good customer service, it also helps you negotiate with confidence, because that you're not being rude, you're just being clear, and no one is gonna fault you for being clear. Like, I don't think any brand wants to receive a video of something they don't want. Everyone thinks like, oh, we're gonna get A and then you bring B. I don't think they want that. That's why I think that they are gonna be okay with you like clarifying. But of course, read the brief and of course apply some assumptions and maybe clarify the assumptions versus just asking open-ended questions without any context to show that you've done the work to even try and understand them, right? So that's something that I do as well. Like, I try to bring really great customer service into the conversations that I have with these brands. And I think those are gonna be my 3 key tips for today. There's so much more, but I think that it's very important that you yourself sit down and ask yourself, like, what is your strong suit and how do you use that? Like, something that I try to venture into was like trends. There's something that happens in my soul when I try to do a video that I don't even connect to. Just in my soul, there's a mismatch, a misalignment, and it makes it so hard to execute. Like, the difficulty of the video triples, quadruples even. I like feeling connected and doing content that feels purposeful. And if you're a brand, because I hear y'all, sometimes you watch my video and sometimes you reach out. So if you're a brand and you happen to come across my video, even if you don't have any projects or campaigns, please feel free to say hi. I love to connect with all the brands that see my work. And also, I would like to share with you that I'm excited to work with you. I don't even know you yet, but I'm really excited to work with you. Feel free to send me an email, and my portfolio is also going to be in the description box as well. I am so excited about what we can create, and I'm the type of UGC creator that is actually going to sit down and figure out what works for you. I'm going to look at the videos that you have, not to mimic them or give you exactly that, but to understand your brand voice. I'm also going to use my marketing expertise to understand the audience that you're speaking to and to be able to tailor the script to match that as well. And in terms of quality, every person that I've worked with is always blown away by the quality of the video. It doesn't look like it's shot in a studio or it's staged. It still looks very natural and something that your audience is going to resonate with. At the same time, it's clear. We can see the product. The name is visible. The audio is good. You understand what I'm saying? Are we on the same page? Okay, great. Yeah, so feel free to reach out, and I look forward to working with you in 2026. Okay, bye.